Hi, everyone. This is Chris Arrant from Popverse. We are here at New York Comic Con 2025. I have with me here good friend, great writer, celebrity, Scott Snyder. Thank you for joining me here today.
Well, at least good friend, definitely. I know that much. So thanks for having me, dude. I'm always excited to be here with Comic Pop. It's awesome.
Yeah, we've been doing these for so many years together. I know like C2E2 has a really close like it's a close convention to you, but New York, you've had some of your biggest announcements here. We are currently filming this on day one of New York Comic Con. Like, how does it feel like getting back into it and like all the crowds?
It feels great. I feel like it feels real talking to Popverse and you guys. Like, I feel like because every year you and I have met and talked about everything coming up off the record and all that stuff too, and being like, okay, gotta settle in. I mean, I love it here. This is my hometown. I grew up like on the east side here, 10 crosstown blocks from this place. So my family comes by, and I love it. It feels like home. So I like this time. Like Thursday is like the calm before the storm. It's still pretty crowded already down there, but you can feel the building energy. So we got a lot of great announcements. Really excited to see friends, get to hang out. I'm ready.
Yeah, we really appreciate you taking the time here. You're here to promote Absolute Batman, Absolute Universe, some other stuff that hasn't been announced yet, but may be announced by the time this runs.
Yeah.
But you're also here for your creator-owned stuff. You're always here for creator-owned stuff, and that's what I really want to talk about. Like, how does it feel like you're back at DC, bouncing all these plates and helping out a lot of people, but then you got Best Jacket Press going and dealing with all of that. Like, how is it now having this fully formed creator-owned like Empire at the same time being at DC?
It's great. I mean, for me, it's a real balance. Like, they're almost inverses of each other, where, doing Best Jacket was a place where I could go and own everything with my friends and co-creators. And we got to do a ton of books that I'm so proud of. We got to sponsor things that I'm really proud to have been a part of. Even at this con now, we're sponsoring Wink, the Women in Comics Collective, and it gave me a place to go to just explore creatively and to try and be a better person in my own sort of, like, sleep well at night in terms of, a participant in the comic book community.
Yeah.
So it really means a lot to keep it going. I love doing the teaching through it still. We still try and teach once a month. I have a student breakfast here where I get to meet all the people in the class. And so it's a really important part of my life. I mean, I love being at DC. They hired me. We just sort of re-upped my consulting contract, so I'll be there for a while now, seeing through a lot of this DC All-In Absolute stuff for another couple years. And I can't say enough good things about the climate there right now. Marie is amazing, one of my best friends, and what Jim and Ann have helped foster and editorial. It's just a really positive, creator-forward environment. And I'm not bullshitting. Like, that's I wouldn't. You know me. I wouldn't.
Scott would be honest with you.
I would be honest if it was.
He is honest with you, but yeah.
Yeah, but I love what it is right now, and I'm proud to be a part of. Like, a lot of the stuff we're announcing this weekend has to do with creator-forward books. Trying to bring in people that have a real voice and a vision. Some people we've never worked with, some people that we haven't worked with in a long time, and allowing them to really flex and take these characters and say something about this moment. And I believe that we're in a really special moment in comics right now where the readership I hope that they would be there when we did Absolute, and retailers seem really confident, but the way they've shown up, I mean, our last issue was hovering around almost 200,000 copies, and that sort of wave where all the Absolute titles and the Ultimate Universe titles and, Energon Universe, all that stuff is bringing in so many new readers. You realize they're just hungry for passionate, original takes on this stuff. And it doesn't mean like throwing out the main universe or doing anything like that. It just means bold, visionary takes, whether they're in continuity, out of continuity, but not sort of corporate-driven, sort of spin-off stuff quite as much, in my opinion, as this kind of really, just really organic, kind of creator-driven work. I love it.
Like, I appreciate like what you said there from with Absolute, how Absolute isn't taking the place of a like all-in title or something like that, but it's separate and both can thrive for people that want one or the other, or sometimes they want one and sometimes they want other. How is that for you? Like, because you were there during like the New 52 days. And there was like All-Star and stuff like that. How is it for you being able for DC to let kind of both these areas kind of like flourish? And not feel like they have to like
compete.
Mash up.
No, I mean, look, I've been, like I said, I try and be pretty honest as much as I can be, and for the first 10 years I was at DC for a lot of reasons because of the sort of transformative environment it was, where we were moving to LA. We were bought by Warner Brothers. That was bought by AT&T. Then you're bought by Discovery. There's a lot of churn, a lot of new bosses, a lot of sort of fluidity. There was sort of, I think, a push and pull between what we were supposed to be and
Yeah.
the two kind of strange the binary relationship that formed between we have to do new and throw out the main universe, or no, we got to go classic and re-embrace like everything that's legacy and forget new. Always felt really sort of counterintuitive to me and my fellow creators, my generation, where it was like, you can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
And fans not only accept it, but love it because it gives them different options. And, having DC celebrate that right now has been a real joy. I love working in the Absolute Universe. I'm doing DC KO, which is a celebrate. Literally, the story is about the threat, if you've read it. The threat is that this kind of time council comes to the characters and says, the only way to save you is to reboot you. And they're like, we won't do that. We can't go back to the New 52. We won't do that, And so there's a tongue-in-cheek quality to it, but we're really sincere. I mean, this space for collective storytelling that's 80 years old is one of the greatest achievements in Western narrative, in my opinion. And there's amazing new stories to be told there, and that's a lot of the fun of the balance, like you're pointing out, like of getting to do work and celebrate the main universe and getting to take really bold new takes on the characters simultaneously, I think is what makes everything hum. You don't want to just be one or the other. They're not at odds. They actually buttress each other really nicely.
Yeah, I think the interplay of it and having both on it kind of assuages like fans' fears that, well, because this is happening, it means that this isn't happening.
Yeah.
And how both can coexist and they're both on shelves, and like you can collaborate with people. And there's some people that are writing books on the Absolute side and the All In side, and they're consulting and over the whole thing, and you can see how there can be kind of two different like verticals like going on at the same time.
Very much. And a lot of what we're going to be doing with the main line in the coming year is connective story, where the books overlap in some neighborhoods, and in other neighborhoods, stuff we're going to announce this weekend. We're going to do really standalone series that you can pick up with absolutely no knowledge of the DC universe, no knowledge of any other books happening in a parallel kind of story space. So ultimately, like, the goal is to give everyone something that they can really enjoy, but to have it really be creator and editorially driven together, where none of it feels like it's kind of like dictated on high. It all feels passionate. That's really what it is.
Especially the Absolute line. Like none of it feels like, well, we need a book. Let's go find someone with a story. It feels like these are all like, we have a good story. Let's figure out how we can tell it.
Yeah, that is the ethos right now at DC, and it isn't like we have this story and we have this book and we need it because we've market tested that this character and let's find a writer. None of it's that. It's like, go to creators you really like with a few characters that you think, have potential, and then say, what do you want to do? Do any of these interest you? And some of the pitches we've gotten back and things we're going to announce I'm really thrilled about. Yeah. So
I heard you almost say the announcement, but he's not going to say it yet.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, but I want to ask about Jock. I know you're working with him on Absolute Batman, and we're talking DC, but I want to really talk about you and Jock doing Witches, not just the comic, but there's the animated series in development. Like you were outspoken for a bit when you were involved with that, but I noticed you're kind of like talking about it less. Like where are you kind of at in kind of the Witches animated series?
Well, because it's getting closer to coming out and being real. Like, I'm trying to be more careful only because it's real now. It's insane, man. Like, I mean, so soon, like, we'll be able to talk about it a lot more publicly because we'll have it locked and loaded to run. I mean, we're working with Amazon, the same studio that does Invincible, same team. They're amazing, and an incredible animation studio in Austin called Powerhouse, which we love. I'm show running it with another great writer I love, Marion Dare, who worked on Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and all these other great shows. And Jock is one of the art directors on the show, and they're really animating his work the same way they did Ryan's in Invincible. It feels like him. It's painterly. Even the spatter effect is there. I showed you a little bit off the record, but it's like the comic book come to life, and I'm so deeply proud of it. I can't wait for people to see it. We got an incredible cast. I can't wait to announce who's in it. We've got some really big people, and and it's in production. Like we're 100% coming out, you know. And I as soon as we get closer and we're able to like show you the commercials and the ads, and we're allowed to talk more publicly about it, I'll be as loud as I've ever been about anything online.
Okay.
But I will say, and I haven't said it yet, that Jock and I are really committed to bringing the series back in print.
The comic series.
The comic series, yes. So we're going to be bringing it back about a year from now, Halloween, right around the time
of New York Comic Con next year.
Yes, of New York Comic Con, exactly. So we'll be here next year, hopefully, with issues to show and all that stuff. We're really excited.
Okay, that is great. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you throughout the weekend here on the live stream for New York Comic Con. Thank you.